Calendar item number 22, motion presented by Councilor Kelly, that the mayor and state delegation request that representatives from the Executive Office of Housing and Livable Communities appear before a committee of the whole of the Revere City Council to discuss the procedures for vetting people who obtain EA shelter. Further, that the appropriate personnel from the governor's administration explain to the City Council and the people of Revere what steps are being implemented to ensure that individuals who may be engaging in illicit activity are not currently and actively in the EA shelter system in Revere, and how to ensure situations such as the recent incident occurring on December 27th, taking place at the Quality Inn, will not happen again.
Councilor Kelly.
Thank you, Mr. President. This motion also addresses the incident at the Emergency Assistance Shelter at the Quality Inn on December 27th. The public's anger is justified, and I stand with them in demanding answers. It is appalling that a state-run resource funded by taxpayer dollars operating under a unique right to shelter law was so fundamentally flawed. We all saw reports indicating that nearly 10 pounds of fentanyl, an amount that is capable of killing over 2 million people, was seized along with an AR-15 assault weapon and ammunition, illustrating an overwhelming failure in procedural safeguards by the Commonwealth. But sadly, it doesn't end there. In December 2024, after months of delays, the Healy administration finally released public records revealing that over 1,000 serious incidents were reported at state shelters between January 2023 and August 2024. This staggering number should have raised immediate red flags and prompted action long before this most recent incident. And it underscores the critical need for stronger oversight and better safeguards. Keep in mind that while this is happening, we have long waiting lists of law-abiding residents, including pregnant women and families who are in desperate need of shelter. And yet this system, costing taxpayers over $1.1 billion in the past 2 fiscal years, is failing to protect our most vulnerable citizens. Most shockingly, we learned that query checks, background checks to ensure safety, were not conducted on individuals placed in these shelters. For context, I was required to undergo a query check just to volunteer at our senior center. So it's outrageous for me to learn that the Commonwealth did not see the need for such basic safeguards in shelters where children and families reside. This is a lapse in judgment, a clear failure of due diligence, and a prime example of common sense being thrown out the window. I've said it before, and I'll keep saying it. The safety, well-being, and quality of life of our residents must be our top priorities in all decision-making processes. And in this instance, the Commonwealth's decision-making process failed us miserably. Looking ahead, we know that the emergency assistance shelters are set to be phased out. And through the Commonwealth's home-based program, residents may be transitioned into more permanent housing. Therefore, it is crucial that we as a municipality are fully informed about the processes and procedures that will be implemented, not only at the Quality Inn, but also for any future housing initiatives that the Commonwealth might establish here in our city. Our community deserves transparency. We have the absolute right to be involved in all decision-making processes by the Commonwealth, and it's time that we demand accountability from the Commonwealth to ensure that decisions made by the Commonwealth do not put our community at risk. This is why I'm presenting this motion this evening. My motion specifically asks that this council support a request for the mayor and state delegation to formally ask representatives from the Executive Office of Housable and Livable Communities to appear before the Committee of the Whole and vote favorably on it this evening. It is imperative that we have a full and transparent discussion about this recent incident, the failures of the current shelter system, and the procedures that will be implemented going forward to ensure that this never happens again in the Commonwealth and especially in our city. I'd like a roll call vote, Mr. President, if we may. Thank you.